49% to Hillary Clinton's 45%. CBS News has Wisconsin now leaning. It was edge Donald Trump, and now it is leaning Donald Trump. Leaning is evidently, as we've learned tonight, one step better than edge.
Right. Exactly.
Taking the oath of office is 2 steps better.
Yes, we're just now being told what we said on the air just a moment ago, that Wisconsin is now leaning toward Donald Trump, and he is about 4 points ahead of Hillary Clinton, with 83% of the vote now in Wisconsin. If Donald Trump wins Wisconsin, that's 10 electoral votes. He would just need perhaps one other state, and he will take the presidency.
Yeah, Michigan, Arizona, Pennsylvania, if he wins that, the combination is adding up in his favor.
If he wins any of those 3 states.
He doesn't need to win Pennsylvania. If he wins Wisconsin and Michigan, it's right. Completely over.
There's 26 right there.
One of them, it will de facto do it, because there's some other states, Alaska and a few others, that he can still pick up some votes that haven't been declared. I think Arizona hasn't been declared yet.
New Hampshire is extremely tight. Donald Trump 47%, Hillary Clinton 46.9%.
Our colleague Levon Putney is in Times Square, the crossroads of the world, taking the pulse of people who are seeing these returns come in tonight. Levon, what are you hearing from folks out there?
I am hearing folks wondering when these results are going to get to 270. I'm hearing a lot of folks on their phones talking with people who are also watching from home, wherever they are watching, to see if they can get some kind of updates on the numbers that are coming in that we're watching right here on the big screen. It is normal to see people here in the pedestrian promenade around Times Square looking up. You have a lot of visitors here, and they want to see the bright lights of all the ads and all the screens. But tonight, well, they're all looking up in one place, the big screen here, and they've all stopped. People are sitting, people are standing, and it's not normal to see that. Now, this is something that, you don't see. It's just people just stopped and staring at one screen here, and people are just waiting. I mean, you have a lot of nervous folks. You have a lot of happy people. You have some very nervous people who are fearful that Clinton is going to lose, but you also hear a lot of pockets of Trump fans, so a lot of posters. Blacks for Trump, Latinos for Trump. I've seen those around Times Square. So you have a mix of people here. You hear those pockets whenever the electoral votes change. And at this point, the best I can tell you is people are waiting, and they are staring at the TV screen to see when these numbers change.
That's Levon Putney out in Times Square. We can tell you now, in a night of bleak news for the Democrats, there is a bit of positivity, a bit, we stress, in New Jersey's 5th District, which was the very competitive congressional race in our area. The Democrat, Josh Gottheimer, has been elected. He's unseated Scott Garrett, the 7-term Republican.
Well, 12:10 now, WCBS, and Lee Maringoff of the Marist poll is with us. We had heard talk of a possible silent Trump vote. I mean, you're a pollster. You make your living, getting the pulse of people. And we had heard that maybe there's some people who just publicly didn't want to say they supported Trump, the silent voters. Was that a thing? Was that real?
I don't think so. I'll tell you why. I was just looking at some of the polls that we did. After the FBI letter hit at the end of October, we did 3 states, Arizona, Georgia, and Texas. And in Arizona, we actually had Trump winning by 5, and he's winning by 3. So in that state, we actually underestimated Trump, and we had him winning those 3 states. So I'm thinking, I don't know what the other folks were doing with their polling, but I really think that if you were a Donald Trump supporter, you were more than eager to say it. And I think that we saw it at the rallies, and we saw it in terms of just that overwhelming support he had today. So I'm not into buying that, but I think there's going to be some. There were some polls that had Hillary Clinton substantially ahead, and they were recent polls after the FBI. So I think they're going to have to, obviously take a look at what they did. I'm thinking also in terms of Barack Obama today and how much he and Michelle Obama put on the line in this contest in terms of campaigning extensively, his approval rating being in the 50s. It's sort of an irony that he is popularly perceived, and yet the legacy of his support in Hillary Clinton looks like it's going down.
With all of the discontentment with the status quo, it showed in all the polls that people wanted change, people wanted something, and yet Barack Obama's approval rating was in the mid-50s going into this.
Yes, so and Hillary Clinton was really trying to, hitch her wagon to that, and sort of, not make any secret of the fact that she really, in essence, wanted to continue the work that Obama did. And I think right now, realistically, people on the Clinton side of the world are going to be thinking about the Supreme Court. They're going to be thinking about Obamacare. I mean, the ball is now in the GOP's hands to move the next 4 years to see what they want to do.
We're talking, speaking of the Supreme Court, about questions of Republicans perhaps blocking any Clinton judicial appointments and keeping it at 8 justices. And now we have to think about whether a minority of Democrats in the Senate could filibuster any Republican appointees to the Supreme Court.
It would be very interesting to see how the Democrats, with what will probably be 47 or 48 members in the Senate, what they want to do with their a minority status, and whether they're going to play a little bit more hardball with the Republicans. So
we shouldn't be talking like it's a foregone conclusion, because it is not.
It is not just yet. Let's reset just a little bit. Right now, the electoral count is 244 for Donald Trump, 209 for Hillary Clinton. There are 85 electoral college votes still out there, 270 required for election. And we keep looking at Pennsylvania. A few moments ago, I told you that Trump had taken a 1/10 lead. Well, he's now added another 1/10 of a point, 48.3 to 48.1. 20 electoral votes there. Over to Michigan, one of the states that we've been looking at. It's now 48.1 to 46.8. So it's, 1.3 percentage points there. And then over to Wisconsin, where the margin seemingly is getting bigger. It's now a full 4-point lead.
You wonder if any of these states will end up in the margin where absentee ballots can make a difference, will end up in the margin where a recount is triggered. I mean, we've got a lot of close races here.
Yeah,
still
we do.
Close
races, but the pattern of state by state tonight is